Hello everyone, I'm Rachel and welcome to Rachel's Eight-Legged Wonders. So I've had a few requests to do an update on the little Versicolor spiderling, as well as an update on my Neoholothele incei breeding project. So I'd like to do an update for both of those things on you guys today. So if you want to come in close here, we can look at the little Versicolor. So again, this is from the Versicolor sack that Tom Moran bred with his female, and Tanya of Fear Not Tarantulas, her male. This little Versicolor is one of the many that came from that sack. I'll open it up so you guys can see. And if you remember, when I did this introduction video with them, he had not yet made his little web, and now he has. Still a very vibrant blue color. Hasn't yet molted, but you can see there's a nice fat little abdomen there, so a molt may be coming in the next few weeks. It's been a really good eater for me. And again, as spiderlings, you want to make sure you keep them well hydrated and well ventilated. It's a very good, it's a very delicate balance there with a spiderling. You need to make sure that you have the moisture, but if you have moisture with no ventilation, you just have a stuffy container that's going to cause problems for your little baby. This one's being really good. I'm surprised it's not running out right now. I better not push my luck though, huh? So again, so doing fine, made his little web and has been eating well. And my older juvenile is doing well as well. And he's made his web and been eating like a champ. So I'm hoping in the next maybe 6 months, 8 months or so that my older one will mature and I'll be able to pair him with a female. So there's your update on the little Versicolor, guys. I know a few of you wanted to see him again. Oh, no, stay in there. Now he's going to try to run out on me. So I'd also like to update you guys. I had a few requests to update on the incei breeding project. So this is the normal Neoholothele incei, normal form, normal olive form, Remy. And she was, I think in the second video that I made, we paired her with a male gold form, which is completely fine to do. It's not hybridizing, it's just two different color forms of the same species. She, as you can see, still has not given me a sack, and it's been since November, and it's now the end of March. So I don't know if she's going to lay a sack or not. I did breed her again in January, near the end of January, to see if maybe a third pairing would help. But she still hasn't laid a sack, but she also still hasn't molted, so I'm remaining hopeful. If you guys do ever breed or pair your tarantulas, one thing to remember with the females is that in most cases, now in some species are different, but in most species you want to kind of synthesize the feeling that there has been a season change. So that usually actually helps to kind of coax her into laying her sack. So what you want to do in most species is kind of moisten down an area. Get it more than just moist. So get it fairly wet. And make sure you have good ventilation. Like I've got these little vents here and over here and over here. And then right here, these little vents can sometimes be a problem if you have a chewer, but she's not a chewer, so I'm not worried about her chewing through the little vent. And you want to keep it moistened down really well and kind of make her feel like it's the rainy season. And that tends to help coax your females to lay a sack. You also want to make sure they have a really good hideaway. And for an incei, they're usually very, very webby. They web like crazy. However, Miss Remy here has never been a heavy webber. So I needed to make sure that I gave her a good deep burrow, which I did right here. You can see right here, I've made her a nice burrow with some cork bark, and I've dug down in. She rarely uses it. She's always out, as I like to say, sunbathing. But I'll keep you guys posted. She's nice and chunky, and again, she hasn't molted, so she may just not be ready to lay a sack yet. So keep our fingers crossed. However, I do have a bit of good news in the realm of tarantula breeding. Put her top back on. My other incei, which is a gold form, has given me a sac. And you're not going to be able to see it, but she's right in this little web tube here. As you can see, she's a heavy webber. You're not going to be able to see the sac, and I'm not going to dig her out and stress her out. However, she does have a sac. And again, you want to keep things nice and moist in there for them. Even when they do have a sac, you want to provide some moisture so that they can come, get a drink if they need to. But you also don't want the sac itself to get all wet, because then you end up having mold problems with the sac, which could cause you to lose spiderlings, which you definitely don't want to do. So what I've done here is I've moistened down the front half of her enclosure and kept the back half fairly dry, so that she has a dry space there where she and her sac can be. And she can move closer to the moisture side if she needs to, and she can also scooch over into the moist substrate if she needs to soak up and get a drink. She's been fairly stationary, but I have seen her move back and forth a little bit in through this area. And it's been, let me see, what day did I find the sac? I found the sac on March 11th. So today is what, the 29th? So it's been like 18 days. You guys can see, as you know, I do keep my feeding and molt records on my enclosures. I'll also keep my breeding records on my enclosures here. And I wrote the date that I found the sac underneath her breeding date. And she only was bred once, and then she laid me a sac just about a month later. So these, again, is the Neoholothele incei gold form. If everything goes to plan and I have healthy little spiderlings emerge in another, I would expect 2 weeks, 3 weeks at the most, that I would expect to see spiderlings emerging, then they will be for sale through Tanya of Fear Not Tarantulas, and they'll be for sale in small communal groups, as this is one of the tarantulas that you can actually keep communally as long as you keep them well fed. If we do end up getting a sac out of this, I will do a communal video for you guys so you can see exactly how to set that up and what you'll need to do. So again, if you do breed tarantulas, make sure you help to synthesize a season change, but keep the ventilation high as well as the moisture. And also in the same vein of like synthesizing a season change, increasing the temperature a little bit will often help. Now there are some species where you want to cool down. Some of the less tropical Brachypelma species, you may want to actually cool down when they're brooding. But for the tropical species like the Trinidad olive, which is the Neoholothele incei, you definitely want to increase the moisture a bit for them, as well as the temperature. You don't want them to be hot, but warmer temperatures are generally better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll continue doing updates for you on my incei sac, and as well as on the incei that has not yet laid a sac for me. Hopefully she will. Keep your fingers crossed. I'll certainly let you guys know if she does. And I'll certainly let you guys know when the little gold sac emerges. Then they will be for sale through Fear Not Tarantulas. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe over here. I love to see your comments. I love to see your subscriptions. It makes my day. Every comment, every subscriber, it really just makes my day. It may not seem like much, but it really does. And I really appreciate the support that you guys have given me. It's been really, really great. So I hope you enjoyed this video and have fun spidering.